let's head on over to the bandsaw, and we're going to cut these exactly how we did the smaller puzzles. These are our 10 pieces. We got the two long ones, that's these here. We have our one key, and then there are 7 with 2 notches. Now, 2 of these need a 3rd notch. And as you can see, that 3rd notch is right between the pair. So, what we're going to do is on 2 of these, we're going to cut out right there at that edge that's created by these notches. It's already laid out. So now we're just going to cut with the bandsaw right there and right there, while the pieces stood on corner, the exact same way we cut those notches. Being cut with the notches up. To ensure all of my parts end up uniform length, I get the blade lined up with the cut, and I mark a line here on my jig. So all I've got to do is get the end of each piece lined up with that mark, and I can make my cut, and they'll all end up being the correct length. That mark works at any scale. So even if I am cutting small pieces like this, I can still line up the mark, and I still have my cut lined up right where it needs to be. And here's our 10 pieces to our puzzle. Now, I'm going to sand them exactly the same way I sanded the pieces to the 6-piece burr. That is, each facet that's on the outside, I'm going to sand lightly. Okay, and I'll ease over each outside edge. Okay, so all of these will be rounded over a little bit. Don't turn it into a round dowel. And that point, that point, that point, and that point will all be rounded over a little bit. Okay, do not sand inside of the notches. If they need to be sanded, we can do that later, a little bit, not a whole lot. We don't want to change the angle of the notches, and we don't really want to make them any larger. And the same thing with the outside dimensions. We don't really want to change that much, so any sanding has to be light, okay? Now, since I've already shown how to sand it in an earlier video, I'll just go sand it, and then I'll be right back to show you how to assemble the puzzle. Start with one of the 2-notch pieces. Lay a second one on it just like that, so the center points come together. Then we're going to take one of our long pieces, and we're going to lay it just like that, so that 3 center points come together, and the length of that piece extends downward. Okay. Now, the other hand, we're going to start with our long piece. Take a 2-notch piece, lay it just like that, so the center points are together. Then we're going to take a third 2-notch piece, and we're going to stick it there just like that. So again, the 3 center points come together. So here's what we're starting with. Okay. So now, if we let me wipe that dust off of there. So now, if we do just like that, it'll go together exactly like our regular 6-piece burr puzzle. And now, what we're going to do, we're going to take our last 2-notch piece, and we're going to slide it into that opening, the one at the very end. And then we're going to take our piece, a piece with the 3rd notch, notches go up against those 2 corners there, okay, with the 3rd notch up. So it's going to lay in there just like that. And then we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side with the other 3-notch piece. So it lays just like that. How that leaves us an opening, as you can see. And into that opening, we take our key, the piece with no notches, and we just slide it in there just like that. And there we go. The double burr is assembled. Alright, there's our completed double star. Isn't that cool looking? Now, these will work at any scale, large or small, or even larger or even smaller. Now, if yours is going to be used a lot, I would definitely recommend making it out of a hardwood instead of, well, cedar like I used here, because this works, but I'm not sure how durable it's going to be in the long run. In fact, I know that if it was used a lot, it probably wouldn't hold up well. I want all of you guys to know that I really, really appreciate that you take time out of your day to watch these videos I've been making. If you would, please take a little moment longer and rate, comment, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Because I need your help so we can build this channel so it can be something that we can all be proud to be a part of. I mean, we need warm bodies right here in the shop. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, have a wonderful day.